Let's see, is it going yet? There you go. Hello, everyone. Welcome, the one, the only, the legend, Bryan Legend.
I got a drum roll. That's awesome.
A little crappy one, but I do what I do.
That's
So
it.
yeah. So how are you today, Mr. Bryan Legend?
Mr. Bryan Legend is doing absolutely fantastically well. Everything's perfect. I can't
Oh,
complain. I'm happy to be here, and yeah, I'm happy to talk.
oh, I know, man. It's a great day. I see the current price around $200. I mean, geez, Louise. I mean, dude, your
I
magic, your
know
voodoo is like nonstop, dude. I don't know what you're doing, but keep on doing it.
that magic voodoo definitely is paying off.
Oh, I
Exactly.
know,
So
man.
those few secrets up my sleeve I can't divulge yet, but they
Oh,
are definitely
dude,
working. So
that's funny.
yeah, I'm astounded by the price, just as you are, that we're hitting it just so quick. So I didn't expect it to be this quick. Yeah, I'm totally thrown for a loop as well. So we
Oh,
have to go with it. You know,
oh, oh,
it's not negative at all
oh,
by any means.
absolutely, absolutely. I see all the FUDders coming out saying this and that. I'm like, guys, are you just mad because you didn't buy earlier? It's still
Partly, yeah.
not too late. That's all I gotta say to that, right?
Yeah, well, exactly. I think this is just the start. You know, we haven't seen any parabolic move. Like, this is just a gradual chart. Actually, if you have a look at it, there's no big
Exactly.
wicks or candles or anything. This is organic growth. So yeah,
I would say so. Like it goes up and it pops down, and then a little consolidation and pops back up. Right? It's not like it goes all the way down to like the abyss and
no,
it comes
it's
back up.
healthy.
So
It's
it's
definitely healthy.
it's too healthy, dude. In a bear market, like it's too healthy, dude. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
crazy.
People were saying, "Why are you launching at this time? You know, delay it for another month while Bitcoin goes up or whatever." And I'm like, "No, I reckon we launch now." And
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a great decision. So
Oh, I agree with you. As they say,
mm,
right? No better time than now. And I think you did a phenomenal job as that right there. But I have to ask, today I want to talk to you about Bryan. Who
sure.
is Bryan? What makes you tick? Let's not talk about your token because we already know it's amazing. We want to know
Mhm.
who's the man behind the amazing token so we can get even more pumped for this guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, I don't know how to explain it too much, but you know, obviously, I've got that entrepreneurship about me, that I've always wanted to create something that's, a big kind of wonder of the world, I suppose, right? And I fell into blockchain, DeFi, years back, and I just, saw that I had a real not only passion for it, but an ease for it. Like I understood it. I knew how to work within that industry, and it's just blossomed to where I am right now. But what makes me tick is just to make others successful as well, not just myself. It's not about lining my own pockets, right? It's about doing that thing that encourages others and helps others. So if I can make millionaires by doing it, then it's a reputation that I'm trying to develop and be known for something and have kind of like a legacy, if you will,
Oh,
to live on by. So yeah, later on in life, people can look back to it and whatever and go, look, this guy's actually done something. Yeah, that's it. I just want to be known, known and give back. That's all it is.
ah.
Trying to be that good person.
All right, guys. I know what kind of gift he wants. So let's do a GoFundMe to erect a statue in his honor. I think he would like
Yeah.
that.
We had a few people in our Discord actually today talking about like getting tattoos and stuff,
Oh,
right?
geez. Oh, please
And I'm
don't.
like,
Don't do that.
and I'm like, well, I'm not paying for that. I'm not sponsoring that. Go for it if you want, because I know like Hex is a huge thing with Richard Hart, and I know a couple of people have got tattoos and all that, and there's big kind of thriving community, and
Yeah.
it looks like we're kind of following in that same footsteps, but we're just doing it a hell of a lot quicker within a
Oh,
week instead of a year. So yeah, the whole thing is just insane.
oh my God. And in crypto, the time moves quick, right? So a week or 7 days since inception, it's like what, like a month or something, or more now, or 2 months? I don't really know, but it's like so quick.
Yeah, yeah.
I just can't believe it's already 10x or more actually in this case, right? Maybe like what, $16. So it's like what, maybe like
More.
14x, maybe
Yeah,
14x,
well,
13 or
what's that?
14 around there.
16, 30, 12 actually would be 12. Yeah. So
Okay.
16 to 200 would be about 12x.
Yeah.
But technically it is more because of
Yeah.
the interest that you got paid during that time, that 7 days.
Oh,
So technically you're more because of that interest. And you'd have to work that out depending on what capital you started with. But yeah, at the least it's 12x at the bare minimum
yeah.
anyway.
At the agreed. And I have to ask also, like, what are some of your hobbies? I mean, it can't just be crypto, right? Making money. I mean, you gotta have something else you want to do for fun, right? Like, I don't know, shooting kangaroos.
Shooting kangaroos.
I
Bit
don't know,
hard in
man.
the bit hard in the CBD here in Australia to shoot a kangaroo, but I like it. Like people overseas, they haven't been to Australia or they don't understand it. And they think, oh, it's all these kangaroos hopping around everywhere, and
Yeah.
we, you know, use them to get to work or something by riding these kangaroos. That's not the way it goes. I mean, out in the outback, obviously there's kangaroos, but not where I am. But look, as far as hobbies go, look, I'll be honest with you. When I kind of build like a business, I honestly think, and I kid you not, like literally 99.9999% of my time, like literally without sleep, to build it to a degree that I know, all right, I'm comfortable, it's happy, it's working. And that normally happens for at least 6 to 12 months while I build it, right? And then after
Wow.
that point, I kind of take some time off and go, all right, well, I've worked myself into nearly exhaustion, and now I need
Yeah.
to take a rest and take some time off. And when I have that time off, yeah, I'd normally probably go overseas and experience stuff and go to different places. So as far as hobby, it would be probably traveling. Yeah, that would be the biggest one. But right now, no, there's no time to travel. It's all about business and all about following my passion. And my passion currently is making other people rich and giving them a crypto that actually works. So yeah.
That's funny. You know what, dude? I can see that because you know how everyone I see other tokens right here, right? You see the CEOs or whatever. It's like, oh yeah, dude, I'm working all these hours, this and that. But when you see these guys, they look fresh. I see you,
Yeah.
you look kind of tired. So I can see you
I-
actually
I'm,
working.
I'm
Not
trying
that,
to act not tired by smiling, but honestly, if I wasn't on the camera, I'd kind of be like like a zombie a little bit.
oh
So
yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to put on, well, a good impression. But you're right, I'm definitely tired deep down.
Oh no, no.
But
I'm not trying to insult you or anything. I'm just saying I could see it.
no,
Like you're actually like putting the real hours in. It's not BS, right? I mean, dude,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
this guy's
No
like,
offense
ooh,
taken.
he's a
No offense
machine, dude.
taken at all. I'm definitely a machine. That's it. So
So you,
yeah, man. I mean, other people kind of work 9 to 5, or they put in so many hours, and
yeah.
then have to take some time off at work, and they've got family
Mhm.
and things like that, which I don't
Yeah.
have. I'm single, which makes
Oh,
it easier as well.
okay.
So that's an
So this is your
element that you
baby.
need to understand. Yeah, well, this is, yeah, technically my baby. That's right. I mean, I want to
Yeah.
groom it and grow it into a thriving,
Okay.
ecosystem. And
Yeah.
yeah,
So
definitely.
with your baby next year will be 2 years old. So that means terrible twos. Uh-oh. That's not good.
Uh-oh. We'll have to see how that one works out, mate. Bit
Let's
hard to
not forecast
forecast.
into 2 years ahead of now, but that's for sure. That's funny.
What do you
And
do
Brian, we trust.
at a
Sorry?
2-year-old? What do you do with a 2-year-old? If it's a boy, you buy him a little truck or something, and he's happy for a little while. So
Oh,
maybe
I
I
don't
just
know,
need to
man. I'm not
do
good with
something for the
kids.
community and do an airdrop and make everyone happy. Is that what it is? It's like the opposite.
Maybe. But I also have to ask, like,
Mhm.
what was like one of your motivations to want to go into this endeavor? I mean, like, what was your primary driver beyond helping people? I mean, like, what was it like? You were sleeping at night, and you're like, oh, dude, I had a great idea or something. What sparked this amazing idea?
Yeah, so from my other project that didn't work out too well, as you know, from Clever, right?
Mhm.
That's where the original concept of kind of auto staking started when I created that. And
Okay.
after it didn't work out so well, there was a bit of FUD, and I thought, look, what I need to do is take some time off. And I was kind of worn out from working all that much, as I told you anyway.
Mhm.
So I took time off, and yes, I wasn't doing very much at all for that, what, close to a year or something, right?
Okay.
Um, and yeah, wasn't really holidaying or doing too much. It was just relaxing, and with the other half that, I'm now single, so that's that's
Oh,
fresh. But yeah, I was spending time with her. At the end of the day, yes, that didn't work out. So I just took the time off, and now I'm back. That's it. So
that's unfortunate. But you know what, dude? You will make soon you'll be making some wife changing money with Safuu or Sag. How do you say it? Is it Safuu or Safuu? I mean, I always say it wrong. Apparently, people always correcting me. I don't know.
well, yeah. So it doesn't really matter, but it is meant to be Safuu because it's got the
Okay.
word safe in it, which is,
Okay.
it's meant to be a
Safe
safe asset. Safuu. Yeah, correct.
Safuu. Got it. All right. So now I heard it correctly. So I'm gonna stop messing it up because Brian's gonna excommunicate me if I say it wrong one more time.
It's all good. Um, as long as it's written correctly and it's not written like Safuu or something, that people are always going, oh man, this sounds like Safuu, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. Just pronounce it as Safuu. It's Safuu. That's it. Write it correctly.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, a year sabbatical, and then you said, you know what? It's time to get back on a horse. And you just
Well, that's
like, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, you're exactly right. And sorry, I didn't actually answer your question properly because you said what kind of got me involved in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I took that time off. I then had a look at the market, and what I do is I try to follow the trends, and obviously the trend was more geared towards the auto staking kind of feature, and I saw that Titano was quite successful in what they did.
Mm-hmm.
So I took those learnings together with
Mm-hmm.
what I learned with Clever,
Mm-hmm.
and went, all right, well, how can we do this in a better way?
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at all the mechanics behind it, what I could introduce as far as a new concept.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Safuu was born out of that. The one thing that kind of motivated me to do it was, seeing that I don't want to badmouth Titano, okay, but nobody, and just don't talk about Titano, it's just everyone in DeFi, like any project, is
Mm-hmm.
just they aren't transparent. Like there's nothing going on there. You don't see proper doxing.
Mm-hmm.
If you compare it to like the stock market or something, where
Mm-hmm.
you got the likes of Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. I mean, they're coming out, they're telling their investors, hey, here's what's going on, and providing clear insight as to what's going on behind the scenes. They're not covering things up and have a profile picture of some horse or donkey or mouse or something like that, and have some stupid alias, right? People know who they are, right? So I think we need to do the same thing, and I'm trying
Yeah.
to pioneer that and lead the horse to water and make everyone trying to follow my footsteps to do it the right way the first time. And I just can't understand why it's never been done before up until now, why everyone's hiding. So that was a real big motivator for me. I said, hey, look, we need to do this properly, and just change DeFi for the better. And leading into that, that's where our logo was born as well. Many people don't
Mm-hmm.
understand what our logo means, and they go, hey, it looks a bit basic. So just want to expand on that. Their logo,
Mm-hmm.
it's got a little cross in the middle,
Yeah.
and that's more of a sign where it's not a religious thing, it's more of a healing thing. And the
Oh.
top left-hand corner of our logo is a little red piece broken off. So
Mm-hmm.
the logo is meant to symbolize that we're healing DeFi, whereas that red bit of the logo broken off is DeFi. So it's technically
Oh.
Safewho's healing the whole market. That's the
Oh wow.
symbolization. Yeah. So
That's
it's got some
funny.
deep meaning. Mm.
That's funny, dude. I'm a card junkie. I was thinking like it was inspired from Alfa Romeo or something.
Yeah, potentially.
It,
Well,
it
you can read
looks.
into it.
I was like, oh, but no, okay, apparently not. This is way more deeper than that. I'm just like, being a card junkie,
It's
little gearhead.
real deep. I love cars. Alfa Romeos. I've never owned an Alfa Romeo, so
I don't
um,
own it either because I hear they break down very fast. But in America, they brought them back recently, the Julia and whatever's. But I think that's it though.
yeah. No,
You're
look,
like,
I
okay,
love cars,
I don't have a.
but no,
No, go ahead.
it wasn't about cars. The logo.
Oh wow. So okay. So basically, so you essentially jump back on a horse and you decided to go round two. And I don't know, but did you pioneer the whole auto sticking thing in your clever thing, or is it even before then someone else had it already? Or I
I
mean,
don't think anyone had it before, and if they did have it, it wouldn't have been the same kind of thing.
okay.
With the rebasing mechanism within the protocol itself, like
Mm-hmm.
without running nodes or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that was born, but
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the way I kind of worded it, it wasn't the word of auto staking. That auto
Mm-hmm.
staking word was the one that's taken forward. That kind of Titano did use,
Mm.
so that's why it looks like everyone's backing off them. And they were
Mhm.
successful at it more than me. Hats off to
Right,
them. I think they've done well, fantastic.
right. Mhm.
So yeah, I do believe I pioneered it because Clever was definitely born before then.
Right.
And you
Okay.
can see all that proof. The website's still up and everything. So
Oh.
yeah.
So I guess I have to ask now, is this because I seen in your FAQ, right, you're saying original code this and that, and not a
Mhm.
fork of Titano. So is this
Definitely not.
really well, I mean, what I'm alluding to is like I guess this is kind of like the old clever code, but enhanced with all the trials and issues you had, and you fix them all here, I'm
Mm.
assuming. Or is it
No, the Clever Code was really, really basic. I'll be honest with you there. I mean,
okay?
okay, I wouldn't say it's basic, but it just wasn't
Okay.
as advanced in terms of the mechanics behind it. So
Okay.
it was still quite lengthy code. There was a
Mm-hmm.
lot more lines actually to that code than what we've written here.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it just worked in a different manner. That interest was printed every 2 weeks, and it really didn't do anything more. Like there wasn't any burning mechanism, there wasn't any
Okay.
interest cycle mechanisms. Like there weren't all these other things that
Okay.
make Safuu a hell of a lot more advanced.
Mhm.
But you are correct that this is kind of like a version 2 of it in some kind of manner.
Yeah.
And yes, I took what I learned off that and just done things a hell of a lot better.
Yep.
And that I'm 110% confident in, and we've done testing for, a couple of months even before I even released this thing.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it wasn't just fly by night. Hey, one day I'll wake up and
Yeah.
write some code and put it on the blockchain. That's not how it
Oh.
operated.
Okay. So all right. That was kind of what I was kind of wondering. And
Mhm.
I guess silly question here, but are you still working with your old team, or is this a whole new fresh team you're working with now?
I do have a couple people that I still work with, correct.
Okay.
But yeah, most of them that I was had contacts with, they've kind of moved on from the
Mhm.
space or doing something different. But I still have connection with a couple of them, which is mainly our marketing coordinator,
Mhm.
Ivy Sambo, who does quite well. She's got a lot of things that she can do towards PR and things.
Mhm.
And then we've got a DeFi marketing who does, which I mentioned on my other live stream a couple of days ago, that I was putting
Mhm.
100K into for web traffic.
Yeah.
There's a connection there. So yeah, those kind of connections I still have, and I've
Okay.
built others that we can kind of work with and get listed quicker, as you've seen on CoinMarketCap and things
Yeah.
like that.
Like 12 hours, right?
Um,
Ridiculous. I
yeah,
was
I
like,
don't know
what
how many
the?
hours it was, but it was very, very quick.
It was really quick. I was like, what the what?
Yeah. So, look, it is who you know as well. You are right.
Okay. Okay.
CoinGecko is one that I don't really have too many contacts in, but
Okay. So
it's
you're
hard
going
to
to the
get on
normal
them.
channels, I guess, in that case, right?
Kind of. I mean, yeah, the one guy that I've got has
Mhm.
some kind of communication, but it's just not. Yeah, we don't have a phone call to the CEO of of CG or anything like that, unfortunately. So
Okay. So CoinGecko, you get an email. Gotcha. Or
that's
or
what
a
it
phone
is.
call to a rep or something. Okay. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
why
just
it's
an
so
email.
slow. I was like,
Mm.
what's he with this guy? He's so fast with everything else, but has to be a reason for it, right? And now
That's
we
the
know.
one
That's good.
thing. Hey, but let
That's
alone
okay.
like we're
That's
but
okay.
let alone the price is smashing. We're not on
Oh,
CoinGecko. We
I
don't even
know.
have a website that's working technically, right? And the price is just going bonkers. So
Oh,
if you
yeah.
think about if we actually get those 2 fixed and we're on CoinGecko,
Yep.
who knows what price is gonna do?
Oh my god. Speaking of which, I mean, so when are you guys slated to finish your migration to the AWS, Like
Yeah, so that was only just started in the last couple of days.
mhm, mhm,
So to expand on that, the AWS solution isn't just something that you can just like quickly order on a website, tick a box and run it.
mhm,
It's a lot more complex towards what we need to do for security wise as well. So to prevent
mhm,
against DDoS attacks and botnets and all that, and to make
mhm,
sure that we have a solution that is like a guaranteed uptime of 99.99, and have it much in the way situated like what YouTube do, like they don't go down because they're multi-servered across
mhm,
different continents and globally. We're
mhm.
actually going to be doing the same. So
Okay.
that means that we're going to run different, servers in different countries and have them
Mhm,
all synced and be able to expand on that. And yeah, that's cost a lot of money, but you need an
mhm,
architect to put all that together and to modulate it in a way
mhm,
that you can take it forward. So that basically means that normally that kind of solution would take like 3 to 4 weeks to put together.
mhm.
But we've got such a need to do it ASAP.
Okay. Uh-huh.
I'm trying to fast speed that process, and I've actually got a meeting today at three
Oh,
o'clock my time, which is 4 hours time. Then I'm
uh-huh.
going to work through that solution with them, and they're going to prioritize to try to get it done within the next 3-4 days. So if we
Wow.
can do that, that would be fantastic to solve this issue, because if a
Yeah.
website doesn't work, it is so hard for us to put marketing dollars in because it's just going to
Mhm,
go to waste. So my answer to you is hopefully yes, by this time next week, we
mhm.
would have sorted out the issue. We'd be on AWS. If we can do it quicker, great. But normally it would take, a good few weeks to do something like that.
Wow.
So with me, as you know, fast pace
Yeah.
everything, right? Do
Right,
it, do it, do
right.
it.
So long story short, guys, Brian bought the platinum package for AWS, okay?
Well, kind of. We got to spend a lot of money. Yeah, it's not cheap. AWS, like yeah, it's a lot of money.
Oh, I bet, dude. I bet. It's best that probably more than my little cheap server, but yeah. Wow. Okay. So I guess going off that, I mean, any other big things coming up, in terms of marketing wise? Maybe some other people coming. I don't know.
Yeah, so we've reached out to a bunch of YouTubers as well. That we're going to try to line up some really big names. I don't want to put any names out there right now, but just look
Okay.
forward to some ones that everyone kind of knows. And
Okay.
if we can kind of get in the face of them, that's going to have a flow over effect to other bigger YouTubers, even than them, to
Mhm.
try to do some organic content as well. Because yeah, the more
Mm.
hype and the more people talking about it,
Yeah.
you know, you kind of force then to, as a YouTuber, to go, all right, well, we kind of need to cover this because everyone's demanding it, and they're
Mhm.
just going to get views. So
Wow.
that's what you're looking at, because we haven't really started the YouTube campaign as such. It's just been organic. So that will
Mhm.
probably start, I'd say, by end of this week,
Oh,
leading
wow.
into next. So that's a huge cost. That'll be around about
Yeah.
100K odd
Wow.
into that, as well as the DeFi marketing web that I
Mhm.
mentioned on my live stream that
Yeah.
hasn't started yet because of the
Wow.
whole web server debacle thing. So they'll be running in tandem basically, and that should
Okay.
be towards next week. So look forward to a hell of a
Oh.
lot more traffic
Oh,
and a
geez
lot
Louise.
more views. So
Well,
I'm
hope
looking forward.
wow.
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, hopefully you have them do the videos or whatever after the AWS is done, right? So then
Yeah, well, that's right. Otherwise, there's no real point. That's correct. So we can line everything up to make sure. Okay, well, if we can get AWS done in 4 or 5 days, then we can,
yeah.
you know, get all that done.
Okay.
That's right. Yep.
Wow, that's gonna be crazy. So all I'm hearing is more rockets and more moon. Okay, got it. All right.
More
I'm just
rockets, more moon.
translating into my language. More moon, more rockets. Okay, perfect.
The other thing I'll just highlight as well, which is really cool. You've seen over the last now 48 hours, we've increased 1,000 holders on average every single day now for the last 2 days.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
went from 10 to 11, and now we're sitting at 11.8, going to 12. So if we can increase 1,000 every single day, like a run rate, then we've
Yeah,
got 22 days left of the month. There's 22,000 plus the 12 that we've got. So you're up to
yeah,
35,000 holders. So we're
yeah,
kind of near up to, you know, your Titanos and all that.
yeah, yeah.
So there's
I mean,
big things
jeez.
happening.
I mean, Titano has like what 48,000. I think last time I checked, I forget the number exactly. I think Libero has like what, like 62 or something like that. But I mean,
Yeah,
this
I
is
mean,
go
yeah,
ahead.
Libera kind of cheated a little bit, and they've done an airdrop to many people, you know, of like one single coin. So they've kind of cheated their holders a little bit
Oh,
there.
is that right? Okay.
Yeah, they're not quite as strong as what it looks like on paper. But look, I don't want to put them down.
No, no,
The main
you're not. You're just talking. You're just talking.
Yeah, I mean, the main competitor is Titano. Everyone knows that, and
Okay.
as well as people go, look, it's not really a competitor, and you know,
Mhm.
you shouldn't be saying it's a competitor. Technically, are they've got
Mhm.
market share? We need to try to take that market share from them.
Mhm.
But with that being said, on holders, yes, they've got about 40 odd thousand. We were only at 12. If we can get to 40 by the end of the month, fantastic. But the
Mhm.
one thing that's really cool to know is that today we just overtook Titano's liquidity in terms of market, right? So we've now got over $12.1 million in liquidity in just 7
Jeez.
days. And Titano
Jeez.
took 4 months to get to, you know, 11 odd million. So we've just went heavy. We've literally coming out on top. We're definitely the number one right now. And
Oh, yeah.
the point is, once you hit that number one spot, you need to stay in front. So
Yep.
that's the main objective here, is to keep that in
Yep.
front, keep it going. And who knows, by the month, if we triple what our liquidity will be, you
Oof.
know, that should be around 30, maybe million, maybe more. And that's going to cause even more whales to get in and go, hey, man, there's way too much money here. Let's just flood in. So I think what we've seen right now, where people are all hyped and thinking, oh my God, this has went off.
Yep.
Nah, this is like a baseline, I think, honestly.
D
I'm projecting a lot
Yeah.
more, which I don't want to be
Oh,
mentioning any
yeah.
figures on here,
Yeah.
but yeah, let
Honest
it be said, I'm bullish.
honestly, I think we're gonna see one BNB to one Safuu very soon. I don't know how soon, but very soon, I feel like.
Well, we literally just went over half of BNB already, today.
Exactly.
So 1 week, half of
Uh,
BNB, my God, yeah.
maybe next week,
It's
right? Maybe next week.
yeah,
Who knows, right?
yeah.
No one knows, but at this rate it's going, it's I mean, the only word I think of is ridiculous in a good way. It's just ridiculous.
It is. Many people making so much money hand over fist, and,
Oh my
you
god.
know, and it's not like everyone's holding, like, it's a
People
hell
actually
of a lot
selling
of
too.
shareholders there. They're selling.
I've seen like
Yeah,
120K sales,
yeah,
140K
yeah.
sales, and it's like, so
And the
what?
price has done nothing. It's done
It's
like
like
little dip, and then it just gets bought back up. It's like, "Nah,
yeah,
we're going to the
yeah.
moon."
I was like,
Yeah, so
I mean, what the? And other
yeah,
coins,
so
you see that happen? It's like it just dies down for a few days before it comes back up. This is like 5 minutes. Okay, we're all right, boys. We're back on, work. Wow, I don't know, man. I have no words for it. I'm just like
yeah.
blown away.
Yeah, well, even today we had our auto liquidity engine. Every 48 hours it goes off and puts
Hmm.
liquidity in the market,
Hmm.
but it has to kind of sell half of that Safuu that it holds in order to have that 50/50 weighting to put in the market in liquidity, and that was about 125K, I think, that was
Yeah.
sold,
Hmm.
and that only fluctuated the price by 2.8%. And
Yeah.
literally in the next hour, you just saw, okay, well, stuff this. Everyone just bought it up, and it went to new
Hmm.
all-time highs over the next hour.
Yeah,
So
man.
yeah, these dips of 100, 200K, people taking profit or whatever,
Yeah.
the market doesn't care. It is just,
It's,
yeah,
it's more
going
like
in one
take my
direction.
money, take my money,
Yeah,
literally. Please take
yeah,
my
yeah.
money.
And
And
I
you're like,
encourage
guys,
people
guys,
to sell.
guys.
Yeah, I encourage people to sell. I mean, definitely, it's more of a passive income stream. That's what it's for. You know, the
Right?
earlier you got in, the more money you're making now, and you are literally loving life. If you bought in at pre-sale, you would be loving life.
Oh, I know some people bought pizza and they're like, dude, this is the best thing I
How is
bought in
this
a long
possible?
time.
Yeah, it's the best
Uh,
project. I've never seen anything like it. People are saying, like, "How the
yeah,
hell is this price like this?" And they just don't
yeah.
understand it.
And
Defying physics, defying
yeah.
markets, like you mentioned.
Oh my god. What's gravity, I guess, is a real question here. What is gravity? Does it mean anything anymore?
Not what we've proven, exactly. So
And honestly, I always hear people say, like, hey, let's not market in a bear market. I think Mr. Legend here has proven that you're full of poo poo. I
exactly. I
mean,
mean,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, it's very easy to make money in a bull market, and it doesn't take a genius to do that, right? You could just put
Sure.
money in a bull market and you make money. But, if you have a project and it's very rare to have
Hmm.
something has so strong core fundamentals within it, like Safuu does,
Hmm.
that you can launch in a bear market and just do massive 10x's or plus when the
Hmm.
whole market's down. That stands for something, and it doesn't just mean we're doing marketing right. It
Hmm.
means that the protocol itself people see the value of it and the utility of it. Otherwise, I just wouldn't be investing. So
That's
yeah,
true.
I look forward to big things, man. Big, big, big
It's
things.
it's super solid. But I have to ask, I mean, what's next beyond YouTubers and marketing? What else can you do, man, at this point? I mean, I'm already blown away. Like, I mean, oh my God, can there be more? I hope so, but I don't want to. I'm scared because it's gonna go even more higher. It's like, oh my God, does it ever stop? It's crazy in a good
Well,
way.
we need to try to obviously expand on it and introduce some newer value to it. So whether that be like NFTs
Hmm.
or something like that, just to expand
Hmm.
and give more value to the protocol itself, and partnerships with potential other DeFi chains,
Hmm.
or offering like bonds as well with more liquidity and yield farming. Like it's those kind of things, and then the next step after that would be trying to convert into our own blockchain. Okay, so our
Oh.
own proper chain where we're giving away that kind of interest, but
Hmm.
that interest isn't really given to holders, but it's actually given to the chains that actually list on us, right? So it's something like that
Oh.
where that's a hell of a lot of value and a hell of a lot of utility if we can do something like that. But
Wow.
we're talking about like multi years. Still, it's not like next month,
Yeah.
but the
Yeah. Of
first
course.
steps are, yeah, all the rest that I just mentioned. So that's what's next,
Wow.
but it will take some time. So, yeah, it's not
Okay.
just let's set and forget, here's the contract is done.
Yeah.
No, we
Yeah.
we wanna earn more money. We wanna
Yeah,
make
no,
more money, yeah.
absolutely. Wow, so long-term blockchain listing on your stuff. Wow, okay, that's gonna be giving people a reason to hold for a long time, right? Because I mean, because by
Correct.
then, say in a year or whatever it takes you to finish, I
Mm.
guess a blockchain, you're gonna have so many hodlers. I mean, oh my, all right, you know what, dude, this is crazy.
It would be crazy. Obviously, for those people that would have held, they'd get some better value to like convert it over to the whatever it is, like a version 2 or
Yeah,
whatever we need to do that.
yeah,
Yeah, so there'd be a changeover and migration of the whole thing, but we'd
yeah.
reward, yes, the original hodlers. So yeah, if you're hodling now, that's that's what it's designed for anyway.
Oh my
It's designed
god.
to just hold and earn money. That's it.
Oh
It's
my.
how simple
Okay.
is that?
Oh my god. I mean, Joe. But you know they say right here, right? The simpler a concept looks, the more it takes to do. I mean, your thing looks very simple, but at the same time, it's very elegant because it's so complex and behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
Well,
But it looks
you're
simple
correct. Yeah.
though on the
Yeah,
surface.
on the surface, it looks simple, but no, the mechanism behind it isn't that simple at
No,
all.
no,
That's right.
no.
Otherwise,
I
anybody else
agree.
would have done it already.
No, I agree completely. That's what I'm saying. Like, people well, obviously didn't understand it because they're buying it, but I mean, for the folks funding it, it's like, bro, come on now, give respect where it's due, right? This is a
I was just
pretty
gonna
damn
say,
good thing, you know. It's a pretty
yeah,
damn good thing, regardless of what you say.
exactly. So, but look, we're still very, very early, so we still
Oh,
need to prove ourselves a lot more than what we have, and
mhm,
that's going to take a couple of months, or if not a few months. And by then,
right.
yes, we would be then seen as the number one that's situated in the market properly with that
Mhm,
stronghold. Right now, it's like, yes,
mhm,
people are hyped, people understand it, people have faith, but
mhm,
we don't have the 100% like
mhm,
true trust there, and that
mhm.
will only come in time, like I've said to everyone. So yeah, that yeah, we'll just keep on going.
Wow. And speaking of number one, when you go on Dex tools, I see number one a lot. So I mean, in a way, you were number one
Uh,
already. It's right on top right there on the screen. Number one,
it's
Safuu. I was like, what?
it's pretty funny. I'm actually just flipped it to now, and guess what? We're
What?
number one.
Oh, oh, there you
Yeah.
go, man.
It
It's ridiculous.
I just don't understand this thing. Like, it's always either number 1, number 2, at the most
Mhm.
it's number 3. That's it. We're
Right.
always there, and that's just gonna encourage buy action. People are gonna go to tech stores and go, "Hey, what's number 1?" Because that's what I used to do when I tried to have a look at investments and see what's going on. I
Mhm.
always used to click it just to see what
Mhm.
it's about,
Yeah.
and yeah,
If I
it's
like
it's
it, I
just
buy it, right?
free marketing, man, free.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's the best kind of marketing, right? Because isn't well, I would say it's very good marketing because that's kind of your target audience anyways, right? The folks who want to buy crypto. So it's just it's like perfect, dude. Honestly, it doesn't get better than that. I mean, it
Yeah.
could, but yeah.
No, I think we handled IFUD perfectly anyway from when it started.
Yeah.
And I turned the whole thing into a positive, and that's why we're at the position that we are now.
Yeah.
From how I ran with it. So yeah, the FUD's pretty much dead, I'd say. You got a couple of comments here and there still,
Yeah.
that are still non-believers. That you're always going to have a
Yeah.
couple of haters. You're never going to be
Exactly.
able to get rid of it fully, but
Hmm.
99% of them are going to be pretty much gone, or be that upset, like you mentioned earlier, that they didn't
Yeah.
invest, that they're just going to get even worse. So they go,
uh, oh
true
no, I
hate.
agree, man. I agree. And as you said, you can never get rid of the haters, and they're always gonna be there. But at the same time, it's kind of nice though because they're the ones screaming the loudest, right? Putting all the engagement. I'm like, hey,
Yeah, exactly.
it's
It's
not a bad
good.
thing,
That's right.
actually. It's actually a good thing, but people
No,
get mad about it. Like, bro, if you think about it, though, with YouTube and everything, you're YouTube yourself. Engagement is the best thing.
of course. I mean, FUD is bad if it's not really FUD and it's got some facts to it, then
Oh,
it's
oh,
then
oh,
it's
yes,
not
that's
good.
scary. That's
Yeah,
scary.
but if it's just FUD and, sprouting nonsense comments, then that's great, of course. It's just free marketing because people read into it and
Exactly.
go, "Hey, let me research it. Wait a sec. These
It's
guys are
full of.
full of it."
Well,
You
you know
know?
what? I'm more involved. I want to buy some more now.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I'll use it to my advantage fully, and I encourage any
Absolutely.
more FUD, bring it on. We've already proven that it's worked against you, so keep on doing it, no problem.
That's funny. That's funny. Oh my god. You know what, dude? I just gotta say, I must say it again. I think you're doing a phenomenal job. You should get some rest because obviously I don't want you burning out because the project needs to keep going.
It does, it
So
does.
do us a favor and get some rest. Don't be too crazy, man. I mean, I know you gotta do work, but you gotta get some rest too, right? And you know what? A
I gotta
question.
get
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get some rest. No, you're right. But even when I'm sleeping, I'm dreaming of Safuu, honestly.
Oh
So,
god, dude.
I had time to go get a haircut today. I had an
Oh,
hour off, and I went and got a
very
haircut.
good.
So that's because everyone was complaining, "Hey, get a haircut, get a haircut, get a haircut." I'm all right. I better get it done. So
Very good. I have to ask, why did you pick 8,000 BNB? That was a very arbitrary number. Is it random or is it like something on purpose?
no, because I knew from the marketing we could kind of get probably, well, around about that 30,000, I think,
Mhm,
from, but if we would have raised like a huge amount like that, yes, it would have been, some media attention around it going, "Oh my God, these guys raised so much, like
mhm,
10, 15 million or whatever it is." But it would have looked a hell of a lot more kind of like a rugging kind of thing. Like these projects,
mm,
why the hell are they raising so big an amount? There's no point. They're going to run
right.
off with the money. And I
That
didn't
makes
want to
sense.
do that. And on the
Yeah.
second part of things, that if we raise that amount, then we got to try to find like a happy medium where we raise enough to
Mhm,
kickstart and have enough money for marketing and everything we need to do, and then
yeah.
allow the chart to naturally progress and people buy like what we've already seen. Whereas if we raise too much, then there's going to be no buyers left to kind of
Yeah,
kickstart that price action.
that's
So
true.
that's why we chose 8,000, was just a bit of a kind of like a 25% or 20% of what we think we could have raised.
Mhm,
Um, So no, you're right. Look, it could have been 8,500. It could have been 10,000. We just
Mhm.
chose 8,000 because it's,
Okay.
I don't know, just a happy number, I suppose. And yeah,
It looks
whether or
that
not we
way.
got lucky with it or not, it worked out well. So
Yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. I have to ask also for Trust Wallet, when do you usually see when are we gonna see the Safuu sign, the symbol on our Trust Wallets? Is it
yeah, I
10,000
think
people or is it more? I forget.
I'm actually not too sure about that. I know
Okay.
with MetaMask, to
Yeah.
have that in MetaMask, that syncs with CoinGecko, so we need to be on
Okay.
CoinGecko for that to happen.
Okay.
And I assumed it was the same with Trust Wallet, but that's not actually. Yeah, I don't have an answer for that. That'd be
Okay, no
something that
worries.
I'd be asking to you guys or your community to see what we need to do there. But I
Yeah.
thought it was CoinGecko. So if I'm wrong about that, I'm wrong.
Well, Trust Wallet, I believe, uses Coin Market Cap. So,
Okay.
but I think
Um,
after a certain amount of holders, then they will give you the symbol, right? But I don't know what the number is
ah,
exactly. I forget the number though. I heard you can pay for it and then they'll expedite it for you. But there's already what, 11,000, 12,000 now. So it's like I figured it's kind of close. I don't know the exact number
wow.
though.
Okay. To be honest with you, John, I mean that's the first time that I'm even hearing anybody actually ask me about Trust Wallet specifically. So,
Oh, I'm just
I'm happy
curious.
to definitely. No, no, no. I'm happy that you're raising it. I want feedback like this. We want to improve. So if that's something that's not currently there, first time I'm hearing it, yeah, I'll definitely research it and seeing if we can expedite that process, and get it listed on Trust Wallet as soon as possible. So that's the next thing I'll do for you.
Oh
Just for
wow.
you, mate. Just for
Just for
you.
me, mate?
I'll,
Wow.
it's
Okay.
for
Wow.
you.
I'm a special cat. I like this.
Trust Wallet.
This guy never
No,
stops
Trust Wallet's
working.
good.
God, what a good guy.
Now I can't sleep. Now I can't sleep. Now I gotta do Trust Wallet. Oh my god.
Oh my bad. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm like, dude, I said get some rest and I'm giving you more work. I'm so bad, dude. I apologize.
Yeah, man.
What's wrong with you? Get out of here. Get out of here. You're fud.
I'll definitely do that. That sounds cool. So thanks for that feedback. I appreciate it.
Oh, you know what? So Honey Badger says 10K holders and 20K transactions for Trust Wallet logo. Okay,
Okay, well let me have a look here. Let's see what we've done.
20,000
So
transactions. Okay.
we've blitzed that. So we're up at
Yeah.
nearly 12,000 holders, 11,900,
Yeah.
and 56,000 transactions.
So maybe soon after, me tomorrow or very soon, right? Who knows? But okay. So you know
Maybe
what?
I
It's
just
on the way,
maybe I
guys.
just need to reach out to them and go, "Hey, have you not noticed that we're above the limits? Let's or
Yeah.
above the requirements. Let's get this." Yeah, so I'll try to kick that into gear, definitely.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. You know what? Let's move to the Q&A. So
Mhm,
I was asked some questions from me on my DMs here, right? One of the question is like on the DApp on the website,
mhm.
when you connect your wallet, is there any way to show the original price of whatever you bought?
There
Like
isn't because
automatically or something, yeah.
yeah, so there isn't, but yeah, we've been asked that quite a bit. So what we've currently got is just a V1, like a version 1 dApp,
Okay.
and we wanted to and we were kind of pushed to even get it done at the time of release. Like it was
Mhm.
kind of within only a couple of hours that
Okay.
that we honestly hit that deadline within a couple of hours. Otherwise, it would have been after. So we just wanted to push it out as quick as possible. We've made some tweaks to it and some adjustments and added
Mhm.
like a 1-day ROI instead of 5 and some other
Mhm.
things. But as far as adding the features that you recommend, you're suggesting, then yeah, we will. But that will be in a version 2.
Mhm.
The version 2 is gonna be a hell of a lot better than what you're currently seeing. What you're seeing is just so
Ah.
basic, like a DAO.
Mhm.
We wanna have much more mechanisms there, much more things that you can play around with, have like a graph that shows you exactly like the risk metrics,
Mhm.
like what, a fear and greed index kind of thing.
Okay.
So there's stuff like that we wanna import, but that does take a couple of weeks until you can kind of develop it.
Mhm.
So my answer to you would be yes, unfortunately not now, but wait until
And
a couple of weeks time or the end of the month, and we'll have something that you'll
oh,
be totally over the moon with, a lot more
okay.
than just adding one feature right now. That's all I can say.
Okay. So that'll be, I guess, your V2 in like sometime next month or this month here. Okay, very good.
Hopefully by end of month. Yeah, correct.
Okay, very good. Wow, okay. And I was asked one more question also, something to the effect of, so what will Mr. Legend do if the volume decreases to the point where we have a bunch of holders, they're just holding and we have lower volume, so what then?
What if I step outside today and get hit by a truck as well? What then?
I
So it's a
you know,
hypothetical. But,
yeah, it's very
but yeah,
hypothetical. I mean,
yeah. But look, I don't think that's going to happen. Honestly, we've been
mhm,
from foot forward smashing volume of was
Right.
$5.1 million today,
I
daily
know.
volume. So
It's
that's no, we're
it's
killing
so
that. I mean,
high.
look, yeah, but as a hypothetical, what do we do? Is
Yeah.
we don't have to do anything. I mean, we're still going to have volume there. It's not going to be zero. I mean, if it hits zero,
Right.
then obviously pretty much means the protocol's dead or something's happened that's just totally horrendous.
Right.
But yeah, we don't. That's not going to happen. That's just a
Yeah.
there's no
It's too
probability for
extreme,
that.
right?
It's too
No,
extreme. But if the question is more so, okay, well, what happens if you're not trading like $4 or $5 million anymore and it goes down to like
yeah,
under 1 million? Then
sure.
all that means is that the revenue that we're getting as far as tax is obviously decreased. So we can't build
Right.
the treasury and the insurance fund as
Mhm,
quick as what we currently are,
mhm,
which is quite a bit. So yeah, that would then take some more time to build. So if we're progressing in terms of paying all that interest, then
mhm,
later on when it comes time to as a shock absorber, if someone does sell a hell of a lot, our insurance fund will have less to be able to
mm,
put to market to buy those transactions back. So that's a negative behind it, that
right.
that potentially we, not that we won't have enough, but we just won't have as much
Mhm,
um, capital there to be able to inject into the market. That's the only negative I see, but I just
right.
don't see it happening to begin with. I mean, our volume's only going to increase through the marketing and everything we're doing. So
I would
yeah,
agree.
protocol's not going to die. That's if that's what you think. If volume's going to die, if the
Mhm,
no, I think we're totally fine. So
okay.
um, yeah,
And last one, building off of the whole insurance thing. So what actually triggers it? Like, what kind of a sell do you guys see for the kind of like trigger? Is it manual? Is it automatic? Or
it's very hard to. And I looked into the automatic thing. Okay, not only is it so hard to even program something like that automatic, but it has
sure.
so many vulnerabilities to it
Okay.
that it can be taken advantage of.
Mhm,
And we'd lose a hell of a lot of money by that, not
mhm,
only through external,
mhm,
things, but also
mhm,
internally. So yeah, we chose not to do that because it's very hard to set mechanisms. We don't know what the price is going to be next month. It's a free
mhm.
market. So to write like a protocol to go, all right, we'll buy at this price or sell at this price. We don't know what that price is going to be. So
Right.
we can only set it in percentages. And even then it's so finicky. And yeah, we chose just to do it manually. So in answer to your
Okay.
question, it's a manual thing.
Okay.
So if we want to hold a particular price, okay,
Mhm,
so going back into the was what 4 days ago when
mhm,
we were, or 3 days ago when we were hitting just below $100. It went to
mhm,
about $96.
mhm,
We wanted to encourage price action and hold that level of 100.
mhm, mhm,
So the insurance fund wasn't used because that's always going to be a plan B. The insurance fund is
mhm,
always like a backup, all right? That
mhm.
if we don't have enough funds in the treasury, then yes, that insurance fund is there. So the bigger that
Ah,
is, great. We ideally we don't want to be using it. You know what I mean?
mhm,
Ideally, it just sits there as a big bank of capital just
right.
in case.
Okay,
But yeah,
gotcha.
we use the treasury for that buy, and we shot up the market and went above the 100, and then what that triggered, market action to keep on going higher. So, can we do the same thing with, let's say, a $200 level potentially? But it's
Yeah.
something that I suppose as investors, you need to have confidence in us and myself to know, okay, well, here's the market dynamics, here's what we need to keep. But if
Mhm.
someone just dumps, $1 million right now and the
Yeah.
price dips to 15%, look, that's natural. But if we
Yeah.
see like a huge dip and it scares everyone, then yeah, we're going to have to try to eat that up and buy it back.
Ah,
But there's no direct answer to say at this price level or anything. It's just
okay.
more so a trend and see how things go and make it be organic price growth that we've already seen. That's it. Maintain the
Okay.
organic.
Very good. So I gotcha. So long story short, and Brian we trust. Got it.
It's kind of kind of a little bit. I mean, that is an element to it, but yeah, a bit more to that. But yes,
No, no, of
trying to
course.
trust.
I'm just making it very like, a little simple and kind of fun for myself. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
So let's see
I
if there's
like
any questions here real quick, and then we'll kind of wrap it up. All right. Let's see if I
Mhm.
can finally get any good questions here. David website. Let me just spend a few seconds here. Oh, let's see. All right. Hmm. You know what? All I see here is praise and pretty much. So you know what? I think we'll end it there.
That's a great thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, 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 absolutely. I'm like usually I get questions, but oh, I see a question here. Here you go. Here you go.
I think I know which one you're gonna ask, but go for it.
How do you sign up to get on this train?
Oh, that wasn't it. I thought it was some. I thought it was a different one.
Oh,
Okay.
oh yeah.
No,
What
no,
question
no.
do you think it was?
No, that's fine. I like it. How do you sign up to get on the train? I like it. Well, there's no real sign up at all. I mean, the first thing I'd do is definitely say I'd encourage you to do some research at the very least. Have a look at the project and white paper and at least understand it before you get on any train that you don't know where you're going. You want to know where you're going in order to be to get on
Absolutely.
that train in the first place. So understand it. But if you want to, just pancake swap basically. I mean, hit our website, safuu.com. You'll see a few buttons everywhere, literally saying buy here or click here to buy. Just follow that, and it's going to take you through to Bog Swap or Pancake Swap, and it'll have an automatic address inputted there, so you're buying the right token. And yeah, you just literally buy into it, hold your coins in your wallet, and you'll literally just keep on being paid your interest. It's really, really simple.
Okay, I have another one here. I like also here. It says, Joe Terry, what about a spouse or a partner? I'm guessing that's towards you, not me. So
Yeah.
that was
I
funny.
did. No, I did. I did have a partner that I was with for a good over a year or something like that.
Hmm.
So as of recent, we were kind of off and on a little bit, and then
Hmm.
yeah, we broke up probably about 6 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago or something. So before I started this kind of project, so now I've got entire time divulged and dedicated for this project. And look, at the end of the day, it's not a sad thing. It's just something I've chosen to do. Like I don't want to have a partner right now. I want to make sure this is successful. So yeah. What about a spouse? No. What about a partner? Currently not. When I get into the clubs again, I'm sure I'll be
Oh,
able to get
okay. So I'm
as
like,
a
all
joke.
right.
That's a joke. Come on.
If I see a table, if I see a table with a plus sign, it's maybe you, right?
If you see a table with like 10 bottles of Dom Perignon on there or something,
That's maybe you. Okay, okay. All right,
maybe that's
all
me.
right. I know.
Celebrating, buddy.
Now I know who to go party with, Mr. Legend here. He
That's
he, he
that's
knows how to
true.
have a good time. It sounds like he works hard. He plays even harder. It sounds like okay.
There you go, there you go. I like that.
All right. Well, I guess I'll leave it there. You know what I mean? Because we had a good talk, some good questions, and unless
Mhm.
anything you want to say to wrap it up before we call it a day.
No, look, I think we've covered a lot of things. I think it's been a friendly chat. It's no, I don't have to really just add anything to it. I mean, if you're going to be investing in the project, definitely research it first and understand what you're getting into. And if you're already on the train, let's just stay on that train, hopefully, and don't get off just yet because I think there's a lot more room to go.
Oh, I agree. Okay, well then I will be ending it here and thank Mr. Legend for his time, and we will see you all next time.
Thanks, John.